Get in, nerds. We are playing Hearts of Iron 4. So, I'm realizing, I think actually, the Germany has really diluted their forces around here. So, I think I'm actually going to. I know this is a little bit of a curious decision, but I'm gonna slowly dial down my units over here. And what we're gonna do is we're going to move these units over into the European theater. Starting with this army here, Doug Gracie's forces. This is, I want to say this is Sam Manekshaw's original army. So these units are going over here. And we're going to put them on the Spanish front because I think we're going to need a lot more support over there than we initially realized. This army's also going to go. I'm going to go slow with this. I don't want to maneuver too much too fast. We got a lot of army experience kicking around. Can I do anything with that? I suppose I don't need relief of command anymore, so I could swap over to something a little better. Professional Officer Corps gets a big old boost to divisional experience gain. That seems really strong. Accomplished Heritage makes medals cheaper. Bayonet Strength, infantry experience gain from combat. That's good, but not as good as this. And reduces infantry unit design cost. I'm already done designing my decisions. Quick improvisation gives extra planning speed, extra command power gain, and reduced abilities use cost. Yeah, I think I'm going to swap over to Professional Officer Corps. That seems like the right call. Game thinks I'm short on resources, but it's wrong. Alright. So, let's get our mechanized forces in here. Hey, there's Royal Indian Artillery. Beautiful. We'll give the press freedom someday. Right. Mountain guns. Does Armored Corps Center do anything? It's, yeah, Khan Panzer Leader. I don't necessarily want that. This gives bonuses, but only to tank divisions. So I don't necessarily need that. Interesting. Not sure. Extra supply grace, but division attrition and heat attrition seem higher if I unlock this. So it doesn't seem good. Alright, we'll do the mountain guns thing. This guy's got an ability slot. Ooh, excellent. He finally got cavalry leader. Alright, we'll grab him combined arms leader. That's going to make him so much stronger. That's beautiful. Right, nice. Got an ace event. We'll set ourselves a modest offensive line here. Nothing to sneeze at. We've got a medal available. Let's throw in there. This will be their second. What have they already got? They've already got the reduced experienced soldier losses. Let's go with recovery rate. That's going to be worth. I'm still really good on war support. And let's refocus our air to the south. We seem to have an issue here. Okay, this is my terrible air squadron, so they need to stay where they are. Ah, I see, because these are our squadrons that were in Iberia. Beautiful. And then we'll just grab a few of our air units from here and relocate them to here. And we'll move some of our CAS to this region as well. I'll put all of these ones in there. And that'll be good. That should be just fine. Alright, now Blue Staff Office plan, just to make sure that these units get going pretty solid. Some of these units are still recovering in organization due to the enemy attacks over here, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. I've seen these things as mostly okay over here. This army is getting its new supply zone, which means it's falling in experience, but that's normal. That's what's supposed to happen. Now, how are these... Oh, not this army. This army. You're over here. Alright. We're going to move you into the European theater. And let me see. I think I'm going to put Gracie back in charge of this army. Doug Gracie, where is he? You. And then the army that we're bringing in is going to have Jadeja, because he's very good. All right. All right, planning bonuses look rock solid. Let's get going here. Beautiful. There's our Air Force Department. Let's do a little bit of passive defense. And we'll be good to go. This should get us an agent recruiting before too long here. These divisions are continually suffering attack, but I'm kind of okay with that. I think that's fine. I'm not worried about that. Beautiful. We are successfully pressing forward, which I'm delighted with. Let's go. One of these divisions supporting this attack here once they're no longer themselves defending. Ah, there's the Italian Civil War. Excellent. The Repubblica Sociale Italiana fractures into civil war. The newly appointed leader of the Repubblica Sociale Italiana, Benito Mussolini, has been unable to address the rising tensions that have divided the Italians recently. This caused a civil war to erupt, tearing the country apart from within. Different groups, ranging from communists to royalists to Democrats, are all vying for power and creating shifting alliances while the fascists are determined to maintain their rule. While the outcome of the Civil War is still uncertain, outside help will surely play a major part in the future victory. This represents opportunities for us. Or this presents opportunities for us. Alright, so, the Repubblica Sociale Italiana, that's Mussolini. And then, the Regno del Sud, that's Allied Italy. Comitato di Liberazione. Liberazione Nazionale. I don't know if I'm reading that right, but I'm doing my best here. Alright. And we got another submarine ability. The Fall of Rome. Allied garrison forces entered Rome after the surrender of its garrison, and the city is now under military occupation. Most historical landmarks remain intact, having weathered yet another battle for control over the city. For now, at least, Allied troops have stayed outside Vatican City at the request of the Holy See. The fall of Rome is an important milestone in the Italian campaign, and some are wondering if this means an end to the organized resistance to the advancing Allied armies on the peninsula. That's pretty cool. Alright, beautiful. So, these units can continue to bash forward this way. Here as well, I think, and this unit can attack here to widen that front. Obviously the enemy's got a lot of units here, and I would love, actually, to be able to get to Barcelona and just lock some of these divisions in here so that I can capture, encircle, and reduce them. Ooh, lost some convoys. Not super duper pleased about that. Don't I have that area on caution? I do. Maybe I'll put that area on frickin' don't, bro. It's a reach thing. No, I don't need the convoys. Britain. Give me convoys. You got 1 million of these things. Give them here. Beautiful. You don't need all those convoys, Britain. Alright, so these units will press forward this way. Yes, we want the enemy moving to Girona. Gonna add some more units to this action here. Because again, I want to press this way to Barcelona so that I can be in a really good state and get some of these units encircled. These units are pretty low on organization, but the enemy is pressing forward here. We are winning this battle, though. How is the air war in Spain? Air war in Spain is doing well. We are actually dealing a lot of damage to the enemy with our cast, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Everything else is solid over here. How are things in the USSR? Okay, battles have popped off. Battles have popped off. Alright. Gonna have to keep an eye on that. That's okay. That's the resource game. Still a little bit short on aluminum. Let's buy a bit more from our allies, the Americans. Just for now. Just for now. As we continue to gain more territory here, I'm hoping we can experience a bit more success in the warplace. Hey, let's keep units moving forward here, but I want to allow our mech units to rest a bit before they get back into the action because they've taken a lot of organization damage. That might have been a mistake. They are some of our best attacking units, but again, I think it's necessary for our long-term strategy. So, alright, now we'll get them moving forward. Into here. This unit can hold where it is. Alright, beautiful. Enemy is bashing against us here, but they shouldn't be very able to do that. Let's get these units moving forward. Excellent. So if we can get here to Barcelona, we can get whatever we desire. Okay, some of these units are trying to withdraw. You're where we want you to be. You're on your way over here. You shouldn't be. You should be defending here. Beautiful. Alright, enemies attacking at us here, but we should be able to hold against that attack absolutely zero problems. Gonna stop that moving for now. I'm going to hold this attack here. Let's actually concentrate our armored forces into the salient here. Okay, we stopped attacking, apparently. I'm going to have this unit move forward. Obviously the enemy's got a lot of divisions here, but if we can push them off, which I think we can, despite the fact these are mountains, if I can do enough damage to these units fast, I can actually shove them off completely. And that might put me in a really solid position. Yeah, here we go. Yes! Yes! Haha, yes! Alright, all those units have been forced to withdraw due to losing the battle. So our units should be there presently. Beautiful. And now, it's just a straight thrust into Barcelona once their attack runs out of steam. Actually, might want to move to this province to the west of Barcelona instead. Because I feel confident in my ability to reduce these encirclements within a reasonable time frame. In fact, maybe attacking there is actually the right call to split this encirclement in half and get started reducing these divisions. Beautiful. Alright, we are through. They are attacking here. That is going to not be much of a problem whatsoever. We are now pushing into Barcelona. These units are out of supply, but that's okay. Beautiful. Alright, we are where we want to be with this. Let's get attacking here. Let's get attacking here. And we'll start attacking with our infantry units over into this spot here. If we can make this attack work, then all 8 of these divisions are toast. Oh my gosh, we did it. Oh, excellent. Alright, so that's very significantly reduced the ability of the Spanish army to function. So now, as you can see, a little bit of mechanized can go a long way sometimes. Our concentration of divisions over here is not that solid. I think this army is going to reinforce just this area here. Yeah. I think that's the right call. No. That's not the right call. We should leave this army here. And we should take these troops from Muhammad Ayub Khan's army and reassign them over here. And that'll allow us to scrap this front. But it'll be okay because we've got a good selection of divisions here. We've reduced the enemy's strength significantly. And we've got another army. What are you doing down there? Why are you going around Africa? You could go through the... Oh boy. Clown shoes army management from the AI, to be honest. Alright, well, now that they're already in Africa, that's probably the fastest way to get there, so... Oh boy. I love the AI in this game. It's really, really solid. So, let's set ourselves another front. I can award another thing here. We've already got the recovery rate. Oh, and we've got the reduced damage. Alright, let's drop supply consumption. I'm spending a lot of political power on this one division, but it's worth it. Alright. Ooh, and we've got another point in our infantry stuff. Alright, got all these already. Let's start on the anti-tank one. Could give them policy, but I don't know that that's... Actually, I've got a lot of political power. But first I want to make do a thing about this thermonuclear bomb. In order to confirm the theory behind a thermonuclear bomb, our scientists have requested the opportunity to carry out a test detonation. This would require the allocation of an existing atomic bomb to initiate the chain reaction, but would significantly accelerate the process of the project. We can't spare the material, or carry out a test, reduces one nuke, but adds 15% progress. Yeah, I think we do the second one. Carrying out a test will be good. That'll be a test for our original bomb, which we ended up not using against our enemies. Alright, let's unpause here. I think the time is coming to soon will be the time to field test our nuclear weapon. I think we should shorten this front a little bit. I bet I can surround and destroy these divisions without too much of a problem. Excuse me, you don't need to go there. You don't need to visit that location. Alright, we'll press forward here. Now, taking over this river with mechanized is probably not the best call. Let's send an infantry division in there as well. Beautiful. Another enemy ace shot down. That's excellent. Alright, enemies rushing to get out of this encirclement. That allows us to shorten up this front. Should have been a little bit more conscientious about this, I tell you what. We'll leave this full strength, full organization division in there. Oh, who dares wins. Excellent. Convoys. Absolutely, I would be delighted to have your convoys, sir. Sir, I would be delighted to have your convoys. Let's get these units into the action. Okay. Nice. Enemy attacking us. Again, one of the keys of mechanized warfare is you want the enemy attacking you as much as you can make them. Because the enemy attacking you is... You're at your strongest when the enemy is attacking you. Beautiful. There's passive defense. And now we're recruiting another agent. Alright. And we'll continue working on these engine upgrades. Again, I don't think these are critical importance. But we've got factories available. Alright, well let's see where we are with production. We got plenty of infantry equipment, plenty of trucks. I need more artillery. I've lost some artillery production efficiency. So let's focus on that. Back to Spain. Quick check on the Soviet Union. Make sure that they're... looks like they're doing fine. How many provinces to Stalingrad? Saratov. 4 provinces to Saratov. 4 provinces to Stalingrad. Alright. I'm just keeping an eye, making sure that I'm not putting myself in a bad situation here. I think these units might be able to escape out of here. Which is fine. Let's move this infantry unit. No. Here. Alright, well. We've shoved them backward. Let's just back against these units. Might be able to make a little encirclement happen here, which would be pretty fun. Meanwhile, down here, let's take a moment to... Well, take a moment to recover. Let's get moving forward. Hey, we made it over the river. Okay, let's not attack with one division into those mountains. Some Cassan fighters. It's an interesting offer. These are not great, but I'll do it. Push the enemy off Huesca. Again, an encirclement would be nice here, but shortening the front is also kind of a priority. Because we're a little short on troops on account of our, Where are you go- Oh my gosh! Stop it! Frickin'... Why are you going back this way now? Ugh. Alright, alright. Please go. South Africa's on our side, right? You have military access through here? We don't have military access through here. They should accept. We definitely have military access in the UK. Alright, so, all these units go here. Then, transport to here, I guess. Cripes. I don't know why that army is taking its sweet time. Yes, alright, very good. Alright, again, hopefully we can make an encirclement happen here, which it looks like we're going to be able to do. Because they've only got one unit here. Beautiful. Alright, there's an encirclement. Life is Skittles and life is beer. Let's reduce these divisions. Any threats over here? Doesn't look like it. Very good. Let's move in with this mechanized unit and reduce those divisions. Alright, so we have some unassigned divisions. This is our second block of Mountaineers. Mountaineers would have been really good in Spain, but I didn't have them finish training yet. I do have a few more units in reserve, so that should be something I should use. I'm not going to do my Vauxhall upgrades right now, because I'm going to be getting a bunch of these. I am a little short on fuel. United States, your wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling fuel. Will you give me some fuel, please, sir? Sir, some fuel. Really? Really? Well, that is a shocker. Alright, let's devote ourselves a research slot to improving fuel gain from oil, because all of our fuel comes from oil. We've got a lot of oil in our country. We've got a little bit more steel now, which means I can stop purchasing from some of my steel sources. I can reduce purchasing from China, because I'm not getting a very good ratio over there. Soviet Union... I'm going to move off of Sweden. Sweden is a trade partner with the fascists. Okay, we got a little bit more I can drop. Do I drop Guangxi Click or Soviet Union? I think Guangxi Click. So that's probably going to go up over time, but back up over time, but for now, it's going down. British Parliament debates intervention in the Benelux. Having learnt from the Great War, the British will not underestimate the strategic value of the Benelux region, and the potential risks of seeing enemy countries build influence there. The British Parliament has debated the possibility of a military intervention. While the political implications of such action weigh heavily on Winston Churchill, several divisive arguments were delivered before it was decided that the rest of the debate should be conducted in closed chambers. Such intervention would irrevocably change the political landscape of Western Europe. Such action will upset the balance of Europe. Alright. We can stop this attack since it's clearly not going to be a success. Where do we want our main thrust to be? I think we make our main thrust towards the capital. So, let's go ahead and shorten this front down to here. Units will be taking this encirclement presently. Let's take a look at our kill death against Spain, since we've been doing a lot of good work over here. Nationalist Spain, 66k casualties from us, whereas over here, where are you? Nationalist Spain, 455,000 casualties, almost 500,000. That's very good. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Things changed all with Germany. We're at 2.9 million versus they're at almost 500,000 against us. That's pretty alright. Let's go ahead and reset us up a new front. I think we want to make our way to the capital. Is that right? Is that right? Where are our units? Are they on their way? Okay, still not sure why this unit feels that it needs to be going the other way, but let's order it to do this. I'm going to watch down here for a second, just to make sure that all this is hunky-dory and we're not in like some sort of carousel, in the words of one of my favorite social democratic fighters. Please get on a train. This is not a joke. Why are you not able to transport from here? Okay, hold on. Is it because the Bay of Biscay is on Don't Go? But if so, then why did you transport down here in the first place? Alright. Alright, so you're on your way. You're on boats now. And you're on boats now as well. Alright, beautiful. I dislike what I think of as babysitting the AI, but it is necessary. in some contexts. Because, again, this line is pretty small, and you know what? Actually, let's bring in our freshly trained divisions into this army. These divisions are going to go to Port Said, and they're going to transport to Barcelona. These divisions are going to go to Port Said, and then they're going to transport to Barcelona. Whoops! Alright. Oh, I'm so good at video games. Alright. Because this whole situation is making me a little nervous. How's supply? We don't have supply through here. Why not? I think that just hasn't been... The hub hasn't finished being converted yet. Alright. Let's get some attacks going against these units here. The enemy doesn't really stand a chance against us in open terrain. Alright, beautiful. There's the medium tank chassis. Let's go on to the upgraded medium tank chassis. I'm going to have to keep my eyes over here because I can't put myself in a situation where I'm... I can't afford to... Yeah, here we go. So they're trying to sneak in. I'll sneak in behind them. Haha! Pincer attack. And we can get this unit going to Huesca. This unit attacking here. How long is it going to take you to get here? 21 hours? 16 hours. Beautiful. Beautiful. Haha! They fell into my trap that I definitely intentionally set and wasn't just bad play on my part. I'll have this unit moving in here as well, just to lock this area down. Yeah, good luck attacking me in a mountain, idiot. Oh, I'm such a Hearts of Iron goblin.
Come on.
Beautiful. And because this is my war, I should get all the territory from this. Alright, reducing this encirclement is going to be really, really good. Excellent. You don't need to attack there. That's fine. Hey. Going that way. Beautiful. And this territory will be mine. Excellent. Oh, I'm so delighted. Alright, so good progress made in Spain this summer. European fronts are stagnant. Allies moving in over here. That's fine. And things remain clear in the Soviet Union. So I'm feeling pretty rock solid about that. That having said, we are out of time for the episode, so that's all that we're going to see here. We are slowly but steadily making our way into nationalist Spain. How are supplies? Supplies are doing well. Increased artillery output is in the works. I might throw a bunch more into infantry equipment more generally as we continue to build up. I think that's going to be the right call. And then bring mechanized up to 25. Actually, let's bring mechanized up to 25. I got the idea just as I was saying it. Let's buy a little bit more steel from other sources. Aluminum continues to be problem town. Just double check and make sure we're good here, and we are. We got the Vauxhall things. Reliability is good, but breakthrough is probably better. Max speed and production cost versus defense. But this is the main tree, I think. So we'll get started here. And there's a lot of this to look into. So this is all attack all the time, which is pretty good. This is soft attack or hard attack and piercing. And production efficiency cap and gain. That's very good. And then we have armor and more armor. Let's go with soft attack. We'll go down this tree first. Alright. That having been said, that is all the time we got for this episode, my nerds. I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.